What was your father like?
He was a very busy man. We lived on a 110-acre farm, and he worked out all the time in a job. He was an accountant and worked in an office all the time while having a farm. He was wild about horses. At one point in time, we had 8 riding horses, plus we boarded horses for other people, so that kept him pretty busy. Well, my father was a very, very big and very strong man, and that is one of the things that I always remember about my dad, because he was called Superman.
Well, my father was a father with 15 children. He was a very busy person, always happy.
Well, my father, he was strict with me. I remember that. He passed away when I was only 5 years old, so I don't have a lot of memories with him. But he was good. I used to be around there because he owned a store, so I spent a lot of time in it. It was just a general store.
My father was a very loving person, but at the same time very strict.
What was the hardest part about being a dad?
The hardest part is when a child is sick. I had to look after the daughter, in my case, till midnight, and after that, my wife would take over. We were on shift every time she was sick.
Well, trying to make decisions that wouldn't make them upset, but still do the right thing. And I always took my time before. I didn't say yes or no in a hurry. I always thought it over.
The hardest part for me about being a dad is to do the same thing for my children that my dad did to me. Sometimes you just couldn't. I couldn't be their friends. I would see them going down a path that I knew they shouldn't be going down, and to either restrict their ability to go out or increase their discipline.
I think sometimes the hardest thing, being a dad, is helping your children to make a decision as to what they want to be in life. But one of the most important things to remember, being a dad, that all your children are different. Trying to keep track of the 3 kids, well, especially when they were in high school, that was a challenge to have 3 kids at one time in high school. So that was the hardest part.
What's your favorite dad joke?
You'll never forget Father's Day, because it's 9 days after Labor Day.
Carol, what's my favorite joke to tell kids?
Most of your jokes you can tell kids.
I know, the jokes I know I can't tell kids.
My favorite dad joke, I'll kind of make one up off the top here. My dad joined a survival team, and they were all to take one item with them. They had to cross the desert. They were all to take one item with them that would make them survive the desert on a hot day. One guy said he would take a bushel full of, or a cooler full of cold water, and that would help him stay cool. And the instructor said, "That's very good, that's a good idea." And the second guy, he said, I think I would take ice, because it would last longer, cool down, and you could either chew on it or wait until it melted and you had water. And the instructor said, "That's an excellent idea." My dad, he said he's going to take the right front door off a 58 Chev and carry it with him. And the instructor said, "What on earth would you be doing with a 58 Chev door that would help you out in the Sahara Desert?" And my dad said, "Well, if it got too hot, I'd just roll the window down and let the wind blow through." The instructor didn't think that was a good idea.
What's your most memorable moment as a father?
Certainly, when your children are born.
So I would have to say, vacations and family time get-together.
That's a tough one. I had a lot of great moments. We did a lot of traveling together. We played a lot of sports, and the kids did, of course, not me. At that time, my days are over. But we did a lot of things together. That was the biggest thing.
For me, the moment you have a child, you and your wife, you get more attached to each other. And you look forward to it.
I guess the most memorable moment would be when our oldest son graduated from McMaster University with an honors Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Computer Science.
Do you have any advice for future dads out there?
Yeah, don't be afraid to take the plunge. It's worth it, especially when you get older. Kids stop being your kids and they become your friends. And without the kids, you'd be awful lonesome.
Spend a lot of time with your children and make sure you don't let them out on their own just doing nothing until they get of age to do that. And spend a lot of time with them and doing things and giving them your attention.
Enjoy your children. My advice to all fathers is really enjoy your children when they're young and just have a wonderful, wonderful life with them as they grow up and watch each stage in their life.
The best thing for you is, as a father, is trying to get as many kids you can and fill the whole house up, and you'll never get in problem with your wife.
It's very hard to separate being a father and being a friend, and realize when you have to separate yourself and not be that friend, because ultimately one day it'll show in spades that by keeping your children somewhat disciplined, they'll grow up to be disciplined children. Have a great Father's Day. I wish everything all the best for you.
Wish to all my good friends a very, very happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Have a good day.
Have a good one on Sunday.
Happy Father's Day, everyone, from Adelaide. What a beautiful place to live in.